On March 17th, 2015, in the gray industrial sprawl of Dayton, Ohio. The setting was a Burger Bonanza off Route 35, a greasy, forgotten establishment that smelled of stale fryer oil and minimum wage apathy. Caleb, a skinny 19-year-old, was working the Friday night close. He was the quiet one, the employee who kept his head down and wore the ugly red polyester visor without complaint. That night the register came up short, $20. Not a fortune, just a single bill. But the manager on duty needed a scapegoat, and Caleb was an easy target. The betrayal that followed was sharp and personal. 6 of his co-workers were called into the back room. These were people Caleb had trusted, people whose shifts he had covered, people he had driven home when they were too drunk to walk, people he had loaned lunch money to. Yet to save their own skins or simply to join the mob, they all signed a single sheet of paper. They claimed they saw him pocket the money. Security footage showed nothing. No hand in the drawer, no theft. But the truth didn't matter. By 10:47 p.m., Caleb was escorted out past the soda machine and the customers. Ashley, the girl he secretly had a crush on, filmed the humiliation on Snapchat, captioning it, "Bye, thief, LOL." The video got 40,000 views by morning. Caleb had no criminal record, and the police dropped the charges within 48 hours due to zero evidence. But the accusation followed him like a ghost. Every job application asked if he had been terminated for theft. Walmart denied him. The gas stations denied him. Even the car wash laughed him out of the lobby. Homelessness was swift. For 6 weeks, Caleb lived in his 1998 Honda Civic behind a Kroger. He showered with baby wipes and ate dollar menu items bought with change found in shopping carts. The breaking point came on a night when the temperature dropped to 19 degrees. Shivering in the back seat, watching his breath fog the glass, he made a vow to the silence. 10 years, he whispered. March 17th. I'm coming back, and every single name on that paper is going to feel this night again. He took his last $47, bought a Greyhound ticket, and fled to Austin, Texas. He arrived with nothing but a backpack. The first year was brutal. He washed dishes for 90 hours a week across 3 restaurants. But he had a plan. After his 3 a.m. shifts, he walked to the public library and taught himself to code on computers that auto-logged him off every hour. He slept in laundromats and church basements, but every night he wrote the names of his 6 accusers on receipt paper. Ashley, Mike, Brittany, Derek, Jordan, Tyler. By 2018, the grind paid off. Caleb landed his first freelance coding gig. By 2019, he launched an app tracking restaurant food waste. When the pandemic hit in 2020, his app became essential for failing restaurants. In October 2020, he sold the company for $4.7 million in cash. He didn't buy a mansion. He didn't buy a sports car. Instead, he set up anonymous LLCs and started buying dying fast food franchises, the places that had discarded him. By 2024, he owned 312 locations. Buried in that portfolio was the Burger Bonanza on Route 35 in Dayton. March 17th, 2025, exactly 10 years later. A black Rolls-Royce Phantom pulled into the pothole-filled parking lot at 10:32 a.m. Caleb stepped out, 30 years old and wearing a bespoke charcoal suit. He walked through the glass doors, the smell of grease hitting him like a time machine. They were all still there. Ashley was 35 with tired eyes. Mike had a limp. The others were stuck in the same dead-end loop. They didn't recognize the man in the suit. Caleb walked into the manager's office and placed a stack of 6 pink slips on the desk, topped with the original accusation letter, now framed. He told the confused young manager, "Tell them the owner is here to close out some old accounts." One by one, they were called in. Caleb waited until all 6 were crammed into the office. The air was thick with confusion. He spoke quietly. "Ashley, you're terminated. Mike, you're terminated. Brittany, you're terminated. Derek, you're terminated. Jordan, you're terminated. And Tyler, you're terminated. He let the silence hang for 5 seconds. Then he turned the framed letter around, revealing their own teenage signatures. He hung it on the wall where the Employee of the Month plaque used to be. As he turned to leave, he looked back and said, "Some things come full circle." He walked out, got into the Rolls-Royce, and vanished down Route 35. The new sign went up the next week, now under new ownership. Caleb never went back, but somewhere in Ohio, 6 people will never forget the price of a $20 lie.